Good morning. Carolina is waking up this morning to the Carolinas covered in snow. A massive winter system has brought snow and single-digit wind chills to the region.
From the coast to inland areas, the Carolinas blanketed in white. Good Sunday morning. Welcome to February, and thank you for joining us.
We continue our weather-aware coverage this morning. Overnight, this system continued to pound the area, dropping an additional 2 to 5 inches of snow.
That made road conditions across the area hazardous. This is a live look at Highway 501 at Carolina Forest Boulevard this morning. You'll notice nearly impossible to see where the lanes start and stop. Now, we have seen a few cars, plows, even a tow truck out on the road this morning. But for the most part, the streets are quieter than they normally are for a Sunday morning around this time. Now, we have a team of reporters spread across the area this morning working to show you every spot and how the snow looks there.
From the field to the weather center, we're watching the storm every step of the way. We begin with Chief Meteorologist Ed Pietrowski. Now, Ed, you've been tracking the system all night. When can we expect it to move out the way?
Well, the leftover snow is going to be moving out over the next hour or two, but what an epic storm depending on where you live. Take a look at these snow totals, and I'll tell you, these are preliminary totals because some of these came in right after midnight. Others came in just in the last hour or so, so I'm sure we'll be adding to some of these numbers. But Ocean Isle Beach at 15 inches of snow, Tabor City at 14, Lumberton got a foot, so did Lakeview. As you go down the list, a half a foot in Bennettsville, Laurinburg, and Florence. Even Myrtle Beach got in 5 inches, 5 in Conway as well, 4 in Carolina Forest and Murrells Inlet. And in Pawleys Island, unfortunately, our retired boss only got 1 inch of snow. Well, that's what you get for retiring, Victoria, right? No, we love you. All right, let's take a look at the radar right now. We have still some remaining light snow showers out there. They'll be leaving us in the next hour or two, and you probably won't get any more than about an additional trace to a half an inch as those begin to move out. The big story this morning outside of the snow, of course, is the cold. These are actual temperatures in the upper teens to around 20 everywhere, and that wind is brutal, at times gusting to 30 miles per hour. That's forcing wind chills into the single digits. It's 4. That's what it feels like right now in Myrtle Beach. 8 in Florence, Marion, and Darlington. 6 in North Myrtle Beach. Anyway, you slice it, it is a brutal morning for sure with all that cold air around. All right, coming up a little bit later on, I'll show you just how cold it's going to be as we go through tonight and when we're finally above the freezing mark.
Coming up on 7:03 now, we're taking a live look at I-95 southbound at the 147-mile marker. Now you can see that it is still impossible to see where lanes start and stop, but you can see where cars have driven on I-95. Now overnight, we have seen a few semi-trucks on the road, and you can just make out the outline of where the cars have been driving. For the most part, drivers are heeding warnings and staying off the roads.
While the snow is making for some dangerous driving conditions, it's also making a beautiful scene. Many people across the PD say they are just amazed at all the snow they're getting.
Some might call it even a birthday gift because it's ABC 15's Tanya Brown's birthday. Happy birthday, Tanya.
Happy birthday.
How's it looking in South Florence?
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. It is looking so beautiful on my birthday in South Florence, but I'm stepping out of the shot so you can see it. This is what it looks like across the PD and Scotland and Robinson counties. You know, many people overnight have shared their pictures with me of their adventures in the snow, as well as troopers sharing information with me about the many crashes they've worked due to all the snow and ice. I'm being told right now that none of those crashes, thankfully, have resulted in any serious or life-threatening injuries. Lake City police officers, 2 of them, were involved in a wreck last night while heading to investigate a shooting. Now, they wrecked, according to their chief, due to all the snow and ice on the roads. Thankfully, those officers were driving well below the speed limit, and this morning they are okay. I want you to take a look at this video that I shot last night. It was very difficult to drive in all of these conditions because of the snow and ice. At one point, you could hardly even see any traffic markings in the road. One woman told me what usually is a simple 2-minute drive down the road to her home easily turned into, last night, about 10 minutes. Now, I saw throughout the night, seriously, throughout the night, state transportation crews working to treat the roads. They were spraying that special salt brine solution on them, as well as plowing any snow or ice on them to make it passable for first responders and police to respond to different incidents. So, and they're going to be out this morning as well. I'm told that they're working around the clock, so you'll see them. In the meantime, officers still ask that you please stay in until all of this stuff clears up, because it still could be very treacherous to drive, especially on secondary side or back roads. For now, live in South Florence on my birthday, Tanya Brown, ABC 15 News.
Tanya, thank you. And along the Grand Strand, streets remain largely empty. We saw very little traffic overnight. You're taking a live look at Highway 17, which, as you can see, remains snow covered and nearly empty this morning. A good thing drivers are heeding that warning to just stay off the roads.
And take a look at my drive to the TV station this morning, starting near the airport in Myrtle Beach. Once I got near Coastal Grand Mall, you could see George Bishop was plowed, but you can see a layer of ice on the road here. So if you're driving, remember to pump your brakes to avoid skidding. Now, the ramps on and off of Highway 17 were some of the toughest parts. And while the bridge over the waterway was mostly clear, remember, bridges freeze first because of the air circulating above and below the road. Now, there were other drivers out on 501, and wind gusts threw the snow around, so that might limit your visibility. Overall, my drive from Myrtle Beach to Conway took about twice as long as normal. So try and give yourself extra time if you have to head out today. And we're taking you live right now to Garden City this morning. Strong wind gusts had our Skycam shaking overnight. This morning, many are waking up to the beaches blanketed in white.
Now, speaking of beaches, right now we're heading out to the beach near the Surfside Beach Pier.
Just up the coast there, that's where we find ABC 15's Amanda Kinseth. Amanda, what conditions are you seeing out there this morning?
Well, the snow is coming down a little bit, and then, oh my gosh, look at this. The sand covered with snow. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but this is the second year in a row that we've experienced this. It's absolutely insane. This year, though, it is brutal cold, like Ed said. But if you look out there, there is just something. I mean, it is early enough. The snow untouched by, any steps or anything. And I mean, heck, somebody could have walked down the beach earlier, but with the snow still coming down, it is covered right back up, just like the ocean waves reset the sand. So if you do come down here, do dress warm. It is very, very cold, and with the wind here out in the open beach. So you can imagine just how chilly it is, but we get to show it to you here. And I do have a new cameraman, and I don't know that he knows my antics yet, but I have a snowball. So it is pretty good packing. I was out playing with my kids last night. We made some snowballs. We tried to make a snowman. Maybe we'll continue that today, but we are gonna have some fun. Woohoo!
He will learn all about Amanda soon enough. Thank you, Amanda. If you have to be out and encounter any road issues or concerns in Myrtle Beach, the city's asking residents to report them to the Public Works Department. Now, that 24/7 Public Works phone number is right there on your screen.
Now, officials say the best advice is simple. Just stay off the roads if you can. If you do have to travel, make sure you clear all snow from your vehicle. Slow down and leave extra space between cars. Bridges and overpasses are especially dangerous. Do not use cruise control. And if your car starts to skid, ease off the gas, do not brake, and steer smoothly in the direction you want to go.
Now, preparing your car for the drive is a chore this morning. It took me around 15 minutes or so to warm everything up and brush off the snow. Now, if you're like me and you don't have a snow brush, a broom worked just fine. But keep in mind, you'll be doing this in temperatures that feel like these single digits. Make sure to clear off the snow off your roof and hood so it doesn't blow off during your drive, reducing visibility for you and other drivers. I also just wanted to share a simple trick in case it helps others. I slipped some older socks over my windshield wipers overnight to keep them from freezing, and it actually helped a lot this morning. Now, as of 6:58, Santee Cooper is reporting just over 3,500 Horry County residents without power. The company says these outages are under investigation while crews are working to help restore the power.
And multiple districts across our area are operating under an e-learning day on Monday. As more closures and delays are reported, we'll keep you updated online at WPDE.com and on our ticker scrolling at the bottom of your screen.
And coming up, I'll have a look at the normally busy road 501 near Coastal Carolina's campus. How has the travel so far on this Sunday as the snow continues to fall?